We're back. Second video in this Interest to Independence series, and I'm excited to give you this principle. Before I even go into it, I want to let you guys know we have got a big boot camp coming up in a couple of weeks' time. So look out for that. Look out for that because you do not want to miss it. So what we're talking about today, we're talking about valuing every element. Valuing every element. It was great because last time we spoke about relishing risk, which is so important. Risk means reward. Risk means recognition. And when we see risk, we have to attack it right now. Today we're talking about valuing every element. Now, why is that so important? Well, let's put it into practice. You're that person who's starting a business and you say that your favorite part of the operation might be marketing, which is great. But marketing is all well and good. If we don't think about how it relates to sales, how is that going to be beneficial to us? Because at the end of the day, in business, cash is still king. So that's one thing. Let's also look at the example of football, because for me, I have a particular affinity to football. You could be the person who works on your shooting every single day. That's great. But what about if you don't work on your ball control? No first touch. What happens then? Someone passes you the ball, you don't even get in a position where you can go about having a shot. So we have to value every element. I think about it like this. Everything that we do exists in some sort of ecosystem. There's some sort of interdependence. So what we have to think about is when we're going about our practices, how does what we do affect other parts of an operation? How does what we do affect the way other people do things? So we have to put value on the activities that other people are doing, on the activities that also are important in order to make up a bulletproof operation. So we have to value every element. For your business people, have an understanding of at least a bit about marketing, a bit about sales, a bit about finance, a bit about branding. All these different things are going to come together and be important to you. For the person who, for example, just has a great interest in the music industry, don't just think about singing, don't just think about rapping, think about the different elements around, okay, how do I perform? Or how do I go about negotiating deals with people that are going to ask me to come and perform? All of these things are important. So we have to value every single element. I love the quote by Henry Ford, which is that coming together is a beginning, keeping together is progress, but working together, that is success. And that's why for us, as part of the Osage Training Academy, that's why we take such a widespread, holistic approach to what we go about educating people in, so that they can go about building their brand or go about accelerating through their career in a way where they have an understanding of much more than the limited amount that they were originally operating in. So just because you might be, for example, an investment banker, doesn't mean you don't need to also understand some stuff about marketing or stuff about sales. Just because you are, for example, in a finance team, doesn't mean you don't need to understand, for example, what people are doing in the team that does your branding or in the team that does digital investment. All of these things are still important. So that's why we take this widespread approach and why we encourage people to value every element. So, as I said, we have an announcement. In just a few weeks' time, 10th and 11th of June, we'll be doing a 2-day boot camp. This 2-day boot camp is going to be teaching you the untaught about personal development. So what is it that the successful people are doing that you're not doing? And we're going to be opening your eyes to that, giving you those skills, giving you those tips and tricks. In terms of skill set, we need to teach you about skill development. So we're going to be looking at sales, marketing, branding, project management, leadership, scaling up. All of these things are important. And finally, we're going to be looking at structure. Structure is, as I say to people all the time, you could have all the skill in the world. You could be the most developed professional in the world, but without structure to what you're doing, it all goes tits up, doesn't it? So that's what we're going to be looking at in this 2-day boot camp. And we're actually doing a 2-for-1 offer until just the 31st of March. So if you've seen this video, click the link, reach out to whoever sent it to you. And honestly, you want to be on this boot camp because spaces are limited. It's only limited to the first 15, 20 people. So 31st of March, we're doing a 2-for-1 offer. Do go, get some more information, look out for tickets. And again, more information about myself can be found on lewishoward.com, and more information about Osage Training Academy can be found on our Facebook page. Look forward to seeing you soon.